Would you believe that a $2,000 per month client actually costs an agency $350 every single month? Not broke even. I mean, they were literally paying to serve this client. This agency thought they were scaling, but they were actually bleeding money. And the craziest part, this wasn't caught by anybody else on their team or their tax preparer. Why? Because their QuickBooks file was not decision ready. I'm Bridget from Vector Financial, and I help business owners go from bank balance guessing to cash confident CEOs. And today I want to walk you through a real story of an agency that looks successful on the surface, but their numbers told a totally different story. So if your books are messy, or you feel like they're messy, or maybe you've ignored them, I want you to pay attention because this happens all the time. So let's kick this off with the good news, right? This agency landed a new client. The new client was paying them like $1,500 a month. They were with them for a few months, and then they upsold them to a new package that was bringing in $2,000 a month. Their revenue was up. They even hired a contractor to help on this file. So this is a digital agency, marketing, and they hired a contractor. The client was thrilled, right? They're getting what they wanted. The business owner is excited because they have a client paying them $2,000 per month and somebody to help them. So everything looked great until this business owner realized there isn't money left over to pay themselves. And they didn't really know if they could afford to pay themselves. Money was getting tighter and tighter. Yes, they had other clients, so this is not their only client. We'll just leave that there. They do have other clients. But money was just getting tighter, and tax time was starting to creep closer for them. So that's when they reached out. We were actually referred to them by their tax preparer to book a QuickBooks wellness check with us. So we cracked open their QuickBooks, and wow. Now, I don't say this with judgment because this is a judge-free zone. We have never seen a perfect QuickBooks file that has come to us for a wellness check. This one in particular, they had not reconciled for over 15 months. All the client revenue was lumped together into one revenue account, which if that sounds like you, that's a lot of the clients we see coming to us. And they had no way to see what their labor cost really was per client or per project. So we did our wellness check. We gave them a full report out of the errors and the things that we were seeing that they could do better, right? So we go through this checklist that we have set for our wellness check. We just kind of outlined, like, here's the things we see. Here's definitely what's costing you money at tax time. And here's all the things that we recommend to get cleaned up, starting with those reconciliations. So we did the full cleanup for this client. And what did we find? That shiny $2,000 a month client was actually costing this business owner $2,350 every month. So they were losing $350 on a monthly basis. And that's just on this one client. So I want you to imagine real quick that what if they had a service, right? That they were losing this money on every client. Imagine scaling a loss across 5, 10, 20 clients. We see it happen. And that is how businesses grow broke. So how did this happen? First, I can say that the business owner was not counting their time as a real expense in their business. So they were working multiple hours a week on that client specifically and other clients, all being unpaid. So on their books, they were not showing this as an expense to their business. This is one of the first places that we see business owners go wrong and get upside down in their pay. They don't count their time. Second, The contractor's hours were actually increasing. It was ballooning with scope creep. So what this means is that the client was asking for more, they weren't necessarily paying for it, and there was no tracking of that time by client to know that it was getting out of hand. And third, there was no profitability tracking by service line or by client. So everything was just labeled as, you guessed it, income. Does that sound familiar? We see it all the time. This is what happens when QuickBooks is set up for tax time, but not necessarily for decision making. And I say set up for tax time with hesitation because I said it in the beginning and I'll say it again, and I'll probably say it in every video I do. Every QuickBooks file we have come across to do a wellness check had something that was going to make their tax reporting wrong for that business. Okay, back to this client. So we did the cleanup, and here's what we did afterwards. We set up profitability reporting by service. So they know now, and they knew then when we finished this, exactly what revenue is coming in by every service line that they offer. We also tied contractor hours back to specific clients. If you are not using any sort of time record keeping in your business, I encourage you to do so. Toggle is free. Clockify is also free. And I say that every business owner should also have time tracking for themselves. It's one of the best ways to see where your time is really going. And then they were able to rescope and reprice that package that they were offering. So within 60 days, they dropped one unprofitable client, actually saving them time, making them more money. They restructured 3 other clients. And for the first time in months, the owner felt confident paying herself. By month 3, they had full profit margin, clarity, and confidence inside their business again. This is truly the power of decision-ready QuickBooks. I say it all the time. A business cannot survive or thrive without knowing their numbers. QuickBooks is our tool of choice. There are many others out there, but having decision-ready accounting and knowing what those reports mean is so important. So let's break a few things down and how you will know if your QuickBooks is not decision ready. If you are not able to see profit by clients or service, you do not have a decision ready QuickBooks. You ultimately have a place that numbers are being stored and they are not giving you valuable data. If you haven't reconciled your QuickBooks in months, I can promise you bad data in means you're making decisions on bad data. Reconciliations are one of the most important things that you can do for your accounting. And if you're guessing instead of reviewing any reports, you already have a red flag in your business and you're not utilizing decision-ready QuickBooks. Reports should be giving you information. I don't need you to know every number, but our clients are coached. They are shown the important numbers that they should be looking at. So if any of those had you raising your hand or going, oh, that kind of sounds like something I have, it's time. This isn't about being bad at numbers. I don't think anybody's bad at numbers. You just haven't used them in the right way. And it's all about using tools in the right way. Here are your fixes. Step 1, clean your QuickBooks. Get it to a place that it actually means something. This is what we do. Reach out. I encourage you to reach out. You don't need to be an expert in this software. You need to be an expert in doing what you do best. That's running and growing your business. Step 2, make sure you are tracking your profit by service or client, or even both. That is so easy when your QuickBooks is set up in the right way. And set time aside for step 3 every single month to review things monthly. Please do not wait for tax time. That is when the biggest surprises come and you're not getting the full value all throughout the year for your books. So the agency today, where are they at? They're thriving, honestly. The owner knows what is profitable. She knows those most profitable offers, and that is what she is marketing. She is not afraid of tax season because she knows her numbers, she knows what they mean, and she can trust for her books. And you, my friend, deserve that too. So what can you do today? In our description, there is a free guide. We have the 9 costly QuickBooks errors that are keeping you broke. There are also errors that your tax preparer probably are not catching because that is not their job. Download that resource. It is hugely valuable and will tell you right away if you have any errors that you should be concerned about inside of your QuickBooks. Book your wellness check. Come to us. We do these wellness checks all the time. We do limited of them each month, but it is the best way to make sure your QuickBooks is actually correct. And you can join our next monthly coaching call. Every month, we do a free coaching call. Anybody is invited to join us. You can come bring your questions that you have, pick my brain, pick the team's brains, and we will help you with whatever hurdles you have inside of your business. This next month, we are breaking down the owner pay formula so you can see exactly how to pay yourself. Your books should never be a source of stress for you. They really are your most powerful business decision tool, and I want to help you make that happen. You work way too hard to guess your way through your business and your numbers, so let's fix it. No more tax time stress, no more getting to an end of a month and saying, I have no idea what my cash looks like. We are here to help you and get you to a place that you can use your QuickBooks. I'd love to have you subscribe. Join me for some more clarity, confidence, and cash flow peace of mind. Again, I'm Bridget, and I will see you next week in our next video.